ladies and gentlemen. My name is DVK. Welcome to Overwatch Champions. It's going to be a match between Ohio Onslaught and Team Nameless, and we're going to watch Point Gibraltar. So, looks like we've got Nameless in defense and Ohio Onslaught in attack.
Sorry, sorry,
Yeah, it's the other way around.
sorry,
Ohio is
sorry,
defending and Nameless are attacking. I'm not exactly sure what picks Nameless will hold on to, but I can already see a strategy brewing up in Ohio's rows. We've got Moira, we've got
Attackers
we've got
incoming
Mercy,
in
we've got
30 seconds.
Diva, we've got Soldier 76, and Hanzo. Usual pick. Alright. No, looks like Soldier 76 switched to a Tracer, and now to Genji. Ducky is not sure what he wants to play, and for the attackers, we've got so far it's gonna be Pharah, Lucio, Mercy, Diva, Winston, and Widowmaker. That's a pick I always love to see. We've already got the first fight brewing up. Ohio defending top stage, the top row. A very good frag from Bilbai to Widowmaker. Very good scatter. Widowmaker gets resurrected and Ducky falls to Death Race of Raze. Diva trying to harass and getting healed up by Mercy, and we've got the first actual payload team fight brewing up. Bilbai takes down Razer, Raze. TPS Lucio takes down Blackhawk. We're in a 4v6 situation, and Nameless have to fall back and regroup. They don't want to lose any more of their team members. Now we've already got an ultimate on Widowmaker on Major Shadow. We've got Rocket Barrage on Byronimo, and Naku uses his or her Valkyrie. Bilbai takes down once with a good Dragon Strike. Lycans takes down two. Pharah and Winston. We're in a 3v6 situation, and Nameless have to fall back once more. Ohio seem pretty strong here, but the whole match is ahead. It's only the beginning. 2 minutes, 20 seconds for Nameless to push the payload to the first point when they will be given. 1.5 more minutes. DPS Lucio takes down Blackhawk. A 5v6 situation. Another unfavorable one for Nameless. Genji is very low, has to retreat and escape. Mercy heals him up. But that's another unsuccessful attack. And we see 3 ultimates on the side of Nameless and only one ultimate on Lycans, who's playing Diva on the highest side. Good ultimate push, and this might turn the tide here. Ducky kicks the arc out of his neck, but that doesn't stop him, and the attack continues. Bilbai is pretty close with his dragon, and once using the Valkyrie to save his team, a very good zoning ultimate from the arc actually takes down Bilbai and TPS Lucio. 4v6 situation, unfavorable for Ohio Onslaught, but only Lucio is on the payload, and that makes the payload move very slowly, which might give Ohio some breathing room and some room to counterattack and stop the payload. A very good ultimate from Byronimo, takes down 3. Ducky exchanges, but it's not successful. Bilbai's ult got denied by Major Shadow, and that's points 1 for Team Nameless. They've still got 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Major Shadow keeps killing people, takes down DPS Lucio, takes down Ducky, keeps harassing the enemy team, and well, everything is going pretty well for Nameless. Ohio Onslaught need to regroup and think of a new strategy, or maybe think how to execute what they have in store. Bilbai switches to Tracer. And that's a very good ultimate from Major Shadow. Takes down Tushniak. Raze takes down Napu. That leaves Ohio without any healers. Ducky takes down Major Shadow, but it's not enough to stop their attack. And this is likely to be point 2 for Nameless. Only DPS Lucio and Lycans here to defend the payload. A good attack from Raze, zones them away. And that's point 2 for Nameless. Meanwhile, Ducky switches to McCree. Major Shadow keeps pressing the offense. Response from Yaboli Bill by, that's a long name. And the payload is contested, it's not moving forward. Lycans takes down Pyronimo, 5v6 situation here, unfavorable for Nameless. But this fight so far is going pretty much the way of Nameless. They're still pushing the payload. A miss of a pulse bomb from Bilbai. We've got 3 ultimate on the side of Nameless. Another big team fight brewing up. Ducky's very low. Ducky gets taken down by Arc. And the feud gets Valkyrie out. Lycans take down Blackhawk. Another very good barrage from Byronomir. Takes down Bilbai. Takes down DPS Lucio. Exchange it by Tushniak, but it might not be enough to hold Nameless where they are. Still, DPS Lucio is here to protect, and the spawn is pretty close, which means only 8 seconds of breathing room after every kill for Nameless. And after every death for Nameless, they'll have to fall back, regroup, because it'll be much more than 8 seconds for them. Another miss mech explosion, but Raze takes down Tushniak. Major Shadow takes you down. Ohio is left with no healers, and they're in a pretty dire situation right now. Meanwhile, Lycan switches from Diva to Reinhardt, gets taken down by Major Shadow. Bilbai switches to Soldier 76, and there's only Ducky here to hold the payload, gets taken down, but gives enough time for DPS Lucio to jump close to the payload. And that's a successful counterattack. It might be. Only 2 people left alive, no, 3 people left alive for Nameless. They have to retreat, and that was a very good play from Ducky. Just sacrificing himself, staying close to the payload, not letting Nameless push it all the way through. Only 2 meters left to the point, and that move let his team respawn and counterattack successfully. Meanwhile, Ducky is pretty close on the ultimate. Byronimo switched from Farah to Tracer. Major Shadow takes Bilbai down. He had a visor already, which so this might be a very big loss. Ichniak uses his ultimate to save his team. Meanwhile, Ducky takes down 2 with a rocket barrage, and Bilbai mops up with kills on Winston and on Diva's mech. Baby Diva gets taken down by DPS Lucio, and Nameless have to figure out something very quickly. They've got only 40 seconds to get close to the payload and figure out a strategy how to deliver the payload to the last point.
30 seconds remaining.
Meanwhile, Ducky harasses Nameless. Might get punished here, very low HP, but looks like he manages to escape. Genji chases, Major Shadow uses the ultimate, takes down the few. Needs to take down someone else, but Ducky responds with a kill on him. Meanwhile, Raze takes down Yaboy Bilbai. That was a good distraction that might lay Nameless onto the point here. Good mech explosion, but entirely blocked by Reinhardt. And Nameless need to think of something very, very, very quickly. Only 3 people left alive. Trace Roman Rico, and this does not look good. 2 people left. Major Shadow and Raze. Raze gets taken down. Only Major Shadow left, and he won't be able to kill all of his enemies. That's 2-0, 87 meters, 24 centimeters. I would consider that a victory for Ohio. Very narrow, but still a victory. And if someone on Ohio is buying beer for the MVP, they should probably give a cold one to Ducky. Because he was the only one who actually let Ohio win the first half of the map, and let the score stay on 2-0 instead of a 3-0. Now, Ohio is attacking, and Nameless are defending. See what kind of a defense strategy Nameless have figured out. Once it's on Mercy Blackhawk, it's on Zenyatta, Major Shadows, 76. Byronimo gets a Junkrat. Arc gets a Roadhog. Raise to compensate for Roadhog's average, mediocre sturdiness, takes a Reinhardt. On the attacking side, we've got Tuchniak on Zenyatta, DPS Lucio on Winston, the Pew on Symmetra, I believe that will be switched. Lycans on Diva, Ducky on Pharah, and Bilby on Hanzo. Now, so far, Pharah's worked pretty well for both teams. And we've got a Pharah Mercy on Ohio's side, but the question is Major Shadow good enough to take care of the farmers? If he's not, it's gonna be an easy 3-point win for Ohio. If he is, however, things might get a lot more interesting. Meanwhile, Arc opens up the score, taking down Diva's mech. Lycans is left with a baby form of 150 HP. A very good hook on DPS Lucio, catches him mid-flight, punishes him for that overextension, and that forces Ohio to abandon the payload. Only Tuchniak is there, might get punished for it, does. 4v6 situation, and Arc is on baby form. Arc hooks him and takes him down. Meanwhile, Ducky responds with a kill on Raze, but this is certainly not enough. Now Ducky keeps harassing the enemy team, he's pretty high on HP, and he's close to his first ultimate, to his first Rocket Barrage. WBY is pretty close to his Dragon as well, he's probably gonna use it now. Blackhawk, meanwhile, can save his team from the Dragon, but I'm not sure he does. He just dodges Dragon. Byronimo and Major Shadow are both very low, have to get healed up. Blackhawk uses the ult. Meanwhile, Riptire from Byronimo comes in, does not succeed to land it. Major Shadow takes down the few. Lycans, meanwhile, takes down 2. Arc takes down DPS Lucio and Lycans as well. Very good Roadhog display from the Arc, and that forces Ohio to retreat. Meanwhile, Tuchniak takes Brigitta, I believe Jeff taught us to pronounce her name, and he's pretty close to the ultimate. Now this might get very interesting, and if Nameless have yet to figure out a strategy to counterplay Brigitte, might get scary. Now, TPL's Lucio gets punished once more with Roadhog's hook and Raze mocking up. Ohio gets close to the payload. Ducky gets denied! Denied use of Rocket Barrage, 0 ultimate. Good job, Byronimo. Raze takes down 2 Lycans and Tuchniak. Ducky gets resurrected by Nebu, but the ultimate is already lost, and Major Shadow takes down DPS Lucio, and Byronimo takes down another Junkrat in the face of Boy Bilby. And this is pretty much going the way of Nameless. Ohio have only 1 minute 10 seconds to... And that's the first ultimate from Brigitte, from Tuchniak. I'm not sure if he used it prematurely, but no, looks like he did not. And Ohio teams up for one last attack. Very good Riptire from Yabil Boy Bye. Takes down Byronimo, a Major Shadowing, Nameless without any DPS heroes. Once gets taken down, the Arc gets taken down, only Blackhawk and Raze left. Blackhawk gets taken down, only Raze left to defend the payload, does not succeed. very good attack from Ohio. And they now have 3 minutes to get to the point 2, which might get a little bit tricky. Now, once this pretty low gets taken down and Bilby, yeah, that was Bilby who took down once, and Ducky takes down Byronimo. That's already a 4v6 situation without a fight even starting, just by roaming heroes. Nameless have to get their team together, get their game sense together, and start punishing those overextending heroes like they did with Winston in the beginning of the game. Major Shadow uses the ultimate, gets denied by Lycans. Very good hammer. The Arc meanwhile takes down Kushniak. Shadow resurrected. Nice rocket barrage from Ducky. DPS Lucio mops up with a kill on Blackhawk, who is Zenyatta. Raze gets taken down by Ducky once more. Only the Arc here to defend the payload. He is on a Roadhog. He might give his team enough breathing room, or at least stall it long enough. Gets taken down by Ducky, and he's, I believe, pocket Mercy Pew. We see Major Shadow switching to McCree instead of a Soldier 76. Byronimo gets taken down once more by Bilby. He's certainly outplaying him in that Junkrat duels. Blackhawk switches to Ana, and Arc switches to Diva instead of a Roadhog. She played pretty well throughout the course of the game. Now 16-6 team fight is pretty much brewing up right now. Raze taking a lot of damage, has to get healed up, has to retreat, recharge the shields, and Byronimo exacts revenge on Bilby and uses the Riptide, and that's not enough to get a kill on Brigida, who takes him down. Meanwhile, Major Shadow takes Ducky down, Nabu resurrects Bilby, and 5v5 situation here. Another overextension from DPS Lucio, but given that he has his ultimate, he can't afford to overextend like this. Meanwhile, his team pushing the payload, they just need to get a little bit closer. A very good hammer down from Lycans. No one to capitalize on it though, but still, a stun on 2. Ducky, and then Bilby, and then Ducky, and then Bilby again. That's this could be game for Ohio. A very good rocket barrage here, and only Arc is left to defend the payload once more. Needs to stay alive. And well, it does not look promising for Ohio, for Nameless. It looks promising for Ohio. And that's 3-2. Well played, Ohio Onslaught. The next map is going to be either Anubis or Hanamura. And Nameless get to decide which map it is going to be. So that's 1-0 for Ohio Onslaught, but it was a damn close game. Very close, and had it not for heroic performance of Farah, well, it might have gone overtimes. Taki right there certainly deserves a beer or two, because he just single-handedly carried the whole game for Ohio Onslaught in that single clutch situation at the end of the first half. Now I believe the next map is getting decided. Yes, we are. Looks like the teams are ready. Next map is going to be Route 66, which is an escort map.
Traveling
And
to
let's
Route
see what
66.
both teams have in store for escorts. Because the last time I casted an escort map, it turned out pretty well. A lot of up-the-sleeve strategies were executed, something teams saved for an entirely special moment. And for example, if that Sombra from DBS Lucio stays, it's gonna be one of those tricky, sneaky strategies. Now we've got Ohio on the red side, attacking. Tuchniak is on Brigitta. DBS Lucio is on Sombra, as opposed to a warrior, a tank he was playing the last map. The Pew is on Anna, Lycans is on Reinhardt, Ducky is on Zarya, and Yaboy Bill Bai is on Junkrat. And against them, Nameless, Byronimo is on Pharah, Major Shadow is on Tracer, Silver Cross is on Zenyatta, Once is on Mercy, the Arc is on Orisa, and Raze takes Roadhog.
Stop the payload.
Now, the standard strategy is executed with teams defending on top of Big Earl's gas diner, letting the enemy team push the payload 20 to 25 meters ahead before the first fight can even begin. And we already see Major Shadow trying to sneak from behind and getting punished for it mercilessly. First blood is spilled. Already a 5v6 for Nameless. In a defensive situation, DBS Lucio gets taken down by Raze. Also tried to sneak from behind. And this might get pretty hard for both teams. 5v5 situation so far. Tracer and Sombra are yet to arrive back to their teams. Ducky gets hooked and gets cut away from his team and should get taken down here, while Byronimo, Major Shadow, and Raze all take down someone. Without Zarya in their midst, the team is pretty vulnerable, which we just saw. The Pew gets taken down by Byronimo, further delaying Ohio's next attack. Next wave of attack, next attempt of attack. A hacked medkit for DBS Lucio, who tries to sneak up from behind again. Finds and hacks Byronimo, should get a frag, but does not, unfortunately. Has to extract. Tuchniak gets taken down by Silver Cross. Byronimo, a very good frag on the Lycans. Bilbai responds with kills on both Byronimo and Once. For the first situation here, Silver Cross has to use Transcendence to save his team. Major Shadow is very low. Very dangerous situation there. Yaboy Bilbai gets punished by Roadhog plus Major Shadow, but Napew and DPS Lucio take down 3. And this might be a successful attack here from Ohio. Raze is the only one left near the payload. And even though he's a Roadhog, and Roadhogs are notoriously long towers, it's not enough. To wait for his team to resurrect and catch up with him. Meanwhile, DPS Lucio hacks yet another medkit, tries to sneak up from behind. And he's got his EMP ready, and this might prove disastrous for Nameless, but DPS Lucio gets discovered and has to extract. Nice pulse bomb from Major Shadow, takes down Boy Bilbai. Still can't pronounce that nickname. And the Arc uses the booster Silver Cross takes down Ducky, and team fight is finished before even starting with 2 opening frags for Nameless. Ohio need to fall back, regroup. Meanwhile, DPS Lucio trying to sneak and take a bite of at least someone, but preferably Mercy. And a very good EMP, hits 5 people, and then instantly follows up with a Black Hole of Zarya, but only 1 is killed in the Black Hole, but Lycans and Build by take down 4 people combined, and then Pyronimo gets taken down by DPS Lucio. That's a very good combined team attack effort from Ohio, and it looks like point 2 for them. Not enough time for Nameless to get back and to stall the payload unless Major Shadow sacrifices himself, which he probably does. No, that's a counterattack incoming from Nameless. Pyronimo takes down Bilby. Ducky responds with a kill on Arc, who gets resurrected by 1 Silver Cross kill on Lycans, Pyronimo kill on Dushniak, and Major Shadow, and then the Arc again, and DPS Lucio is down, again the Arc, and this is a successful counterattack. Nameless. Dushniak is on his ult. He's got his sound barrier, and that's the only ultimate Ohio right now have. While Major Shadow and Pyronimo both have their DPS ults, that is Pulse Bomb and Tactical Visor respectively. DPS Lucio's pretty close on an EMP, which is a great initiation tool, but gets taken down by Silver Cross. No EMP this fight. A very good bomb from Major Shadow takes down the Pew. Lycans gets taken down by Raze. Dushniak is low. Bilby is damaged. Ducky might get killed here. All of the remaining Ohio members are very low and have to retreat. Major Shadow gets punished for trying to finish off all 3 of them, Ducky, Bilby, and Dushniak, and this might result in a counterattack from Ohio. They still have a minute to push the payload. They only need to get it 5 more meters ahead, and Lycans is working on it, gets pinned by Arc, escapes, and a very good hammer takes down 3 people. Raze kills Lycans, and Pyronimo 1, 2, 3 frags from his Tactical Visor. DPS Lucio responds with a kill on Silver Cross, but it's not a successful attack from Ohio. Only Sombra is left alive, gets taken down by Arc. Wow. That was one good Tactical Visor. DPS Lucio takes Reaper, and the Pew takes Moira, but they don't have enough time to even get close to the payload. Bilby uses Riptire, which gets taken down by Raze. Meanwhile, Major Shadow uses the Pulse Bomb to take down Bilby. Raze kills both people who actually arrived to the payload, and that's 1-0.
0 to 1. Switching sides.
Meaning Nameless only needs to take 1 point and travel close enough to point 2. Now, a very successful counterattack, very brave one. I believe that was an all-in attack, which played out, which succeeded, and well, Nameless benefited greatly from it. Stopping the payload near the point 2, not giving Ohio any time, which would be 2 minutes to deliver the payload to point 3. Well, it's pretty valuable, in my opinion. Now, Ohio are defending with Dushniak on Zenyatta, DPS Lucio on Orisa, the Pew on Mercy, Lycans on Ultra 76, Ducky on Pharah, where we see a play of the game from him once more, a game changer from him once more, and Bilby on Roadhog.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Well, I'm still not sure about the attackers picks. 0 tanks, well, I can only be pretty sure that Silver Cross will keep Zenyatta. Now Raze takes Winston. We might see Major Shadow playing Widowmaker here. Byronimo takes,
3,
of course, Pharah. Ark takes Diva, and once taking Mercy. We will see a Widowmaker here from Major Shadow. Trying to take down that Pharah Mercy, it might get ugly if Major Shadow can land those headshots. Now Napew is pretty damaged, and Ducky is as well, forcing both of them to land and to heal up. And Major Shadow is doing his work pretty well so far. The fight is only brewing up. Nothing is certain yet. Raze is very low. Ark is very low as well. And good shot from Major Shadow, but he's very low all by himself. Silver Cross gets a lot of damage. Ark gets taken down by DPS Lucio. And this fight might come the way of Ohio Onslaught. Raze overextends and gets taken down. Counter Fire Mercy from Nameless. Unsuccessful so far. And we've got Lycans pretty damaged. Major Shadow uses his ultimate to see everyone. Not sure how valuable that might be, but well, Widow's Visor is not the strongest ultimate in the game. The Major Shadow takes Lycans down. Of course, he gets resurrected by Napew. Should have expected that. And Ark is pretty low once more. Byronimo fighting alone. Major Shadow, a very good headshot on Ducky. And Napew can't resurrect Ducky because it's still on cooldown. Napew gets taken down by Byronimo, and Lycans is down as well, and Bilbai is down as well. With a good pin from Raze, DPS Lucio gets taken down, and that's payload and point 1 Nameless. I do not think that Ohio will counterattack here. Ducky tries to repeat his maneuver with from the last game, like takes down Byronimo. It is a counterattack for Ohio, but will it be successful? I'm not sure about that. Tochniak gets taken down, Ducky gets resurrected, uses Pyrage, only takes down once. Major Shadow, meanwhile, taking down Ducky with a great headshot. Ark takes down Lucio's booster. Bilbai takes down Raze, and hooks and takes down Silver Cross. A good help from DPS Lucio, and this is a successful counterattack from Ohio, kicking Nameless off their payload. Only 1 minute left for Nameless to figure out a new strategy or try to execute the old one once more. Ducky switches from Pharah to Genji and takes down Major Shadow, who gets resurrected by once, but it might get pretty dangerous to play Widowmaker here against a Lucio. Against a Genji, of course. Don't see a Lucio on Ohio's side. Not so far, at least. Now Ducky is deep inside the enemy lines, trying to harass Byronimo, who gets killed by Tochniak in the end. Lucky Ducky. Very dangerous place here. Lucky Ducky, I believe, is correct name for him. Lycans takes down once, no resurrects for Nameless. At least in this fight. Silver Cross gets taken down as well. That's the second healer. No one to heal Nameless anymore. Bilbai takes down 2, gets taken down by Byronimo. DPS Lucio takes down Byronimo, a Major Shadow, and there's only Ark left at the payload to try and stall. And now it's once left on the payload, and he might get taken down here by Ducky's Dragon Blade. 2-0, Ohio Onslaught wins Route 66. A very good counterattack from them.
Play of the game.
Heroes never die.
Experience
that was Mercy's play of the game. The moment that actually let Nameless's counterattack to happen in first place. Fortunate that in the end it was unnecessary. They were not good enough to travel to point 2, close enough to point 2. Still, it was a damn good counterattack. There was some nice Overwatch plays right there. Now I believe the next 2 maps to choose from are either King's Row, no, I'm lying here, it's either Anubis or Hanamore. Nameless get to choose the map once more.
Traveling to Hanamura.
And we're on to Hanamura. Third map of the game, Nameless versus Ohio Onslaught. The whole match has been going the way of Ohio so far, with them scoring a 2-0 in 2 maps. And while Gibraltar was pretty close, Route 66 was had a much higher difference in both teams advancing and their strategies and their pretty much everything. And Ohio seems to get stronger from map by map, so let's see if they keep up the tendency on Hanamura, which is completely different from what we had for the last matches, for the last maps. 2 control points instead of payload.
Attackers
Nothing
incoming
to
in 30 seconds.
hold on to, nothing to travel on, nothing to passively heal off of. And we have got Nameless at the attacking side with Byronimo on Roadhog, Major Shadow on Tracer, Silver Cross on Lucio, and not on Zenyatta like in the last 2 maps. Raze on
3,
Reinhardt, Arc on Orisa, and once on Moira. A triple tank comp here for Nameless. Meanwhile, we see Ducky on Soldier 76, Bilbai on Hanzo once more, Lycans is on Roadhog, Napu is on Ana, TBS Lucio on Orisa, and Kuchniak on Zenyatta. A good initiation hook from Lycans. Byronimo is at half HP, gets healed up, and Nameless just walk through the gates. The gates are pretty much open, there's no one contesting them. Arc takes down Lycans, Napu gets taken down, and Kuchniak gets taken down. 2 kills for Ark, 2 kills for Raze, with Boy Build Bike getting taken down, and Major Shadow mops up with a kill on Ducky. That's easiest point 1 ever. DPS Lucio gets taken down again.
Objective lost.
1 minute to capture point A, and now 7 minutes for Nameless to capture point B, which, as we all know, might get a little bit tricky to do. Now Ducky is on main now, and Nameless decided to just keep pushing, to proceed through the main gates, and Byronma gets taken down that way. Tuchniak switches to Brigitte and takes down 2 already, with the second kill on once, and Major Shadow denies Orisa's ult. Lycans takes down Raze. That's a good defense from Ohio. Well, they were able to regroup, to split Roadhog from the rest of his team, thanks to Ducky. Take down Roadhog, and after that was a pretty simple 5v6 fight in favor of Ohio Onslaught. Now we see both teams executing a rather standard strategy. Both of them holding and attacking the high ground. The right, the left passage. A good pull spawn from Major Shadow takes down Tuchniak. Lycans responds with a kill on Ark. 5v5 situation here, but Ohio is in the favorites on this one because Tuchniak has got a lot less ground to cover to join this team once more after he respawned. Of course, Nameless realized that and retreat and regroup once more. Now Byronimo and Raze have both readied up their ults, and this might get ugly if they landed in a perfect time. Against them, only Bilbai's Riptire and Napew just had his ultimate delivered, and Bilbai takes down Silver Cross. DPS Lucio takes down Raze. That's a good ultimate from Bilbai. DPS Lucio also kills once. And we see another retreat from Nameless, with Ducky and TPS Lucio and Tuchniak chasing the Ark and finally putting an end to his misery. We still see... Now we see a 4-tank comp from Nameless. Major Shadow switching from Tracer to Tiva. Let's see if this works alright. And Ducky once more, good ice wall, isolates Roadhog from his team, who heals up, tries to stay alive. Another good ultimate. Banks Ducky. Silver Cross gets taken down, has no chance to use Sound Barrier, which he was pretty close to using. DPS Lucio takes down Ark, Lycans takes down Raze. That's another good defense from Ohio. He had only 3 minutes and 50 seconds left for Nameless. Half of their 7-minute clock ticked down already. Ark switches to Wisp, still a 4-tank comp. Nameless aside. Bilbai is already on his next Riptire, and Lycans and TPS Lucio both have their own. Now against them, Byronimos. Race with it's ready. Major Shadow 50%. Ark once. Well, they're not even close. On the other hand, Napew and Tuchniak, 2 supports of Ohio, are not even close to their roles as well. Ducky separates Tiva from her team. Tiva gets taken down by Lycans. Tiva's mech at least. Silver Cross gets taken down, has no chance to use the Sound Barrier. Major Shadow gets taken down by Lycans, who also seeks to kill the Ark. Byronimo and Raze both got taken down once. Suicides, not to feed any ultimate charge to Ohio. That's another wave of attack failed for Nameless. They realize that something is wrong with that 4-tank comp. Byronimo switches to Pharah. Major Shadow switches to Genji. Silver Cross had no chance to use his Sound Barrier so far, and Raze hammer down his Ray. Meanwhile, Ducky, Bilbai, and DPS Lucio all haven't used their ults in the last fight, and they will need them on this one. With a very good ultimate from Ducky, takes helps taking down Raze. Lucio is frozen, but has the chance to use the ultimate, which saves himself, but it's not enough, and that's a 5 kill for Ohio. 6 kill for Ohio, as Major Shadow is taken down as well. 1 minute 45 seconds left for Nameless to figure out something. I am not sure what do they need to do right now, but it's certain that whatever they were figuring out is not working as they had planned. Dushniak uses his ult to give a lot of armor to his team. Only Bilbai gets away from Brigitte, gets no armor, sitting on 200 HP here, and that might be dangerous with Major Shadow attacking, but Major Shadow is low as well and has to retreat if he wants to stay alive. And duels with Bilbai, and Bilbai takes Major Shadow down in a fair duel. Meanwhile, Lycans hooks once, that's already 2 people down for Nameless, and they have to retreat once more if they want a chance, at least a chance, taking some percentage of point B. 45 seconds left for Nameless to regroup. That's enough time for only 1 attack, and they need to bring their best if they want a shot at this map. Bilbai, Lycans, and DPS Lucio already with their ults. Ducky and Nephew at pretty close range, still halfway to go. Meanwhile, Major Shadow might unleash his Dragon Blade. That might be devastating if he doesn't get taken down first. Byronimo is pretty low, 3% to the nice Bilbai's ultimate, but only 1 HP for Byronimo to use his barrage. Meanwhile, Major Shadow takes down Ducky, Arc takes down DPS's Lucio booster. Lycans takes down Byronimo, who meanwhile uses the Rocket Barrage. Silvercross does not use his ultimate, and this could go both ways so far. Bilbai arrives just in time, and Ducky denies entrance to the point, and only 1 member of Team Nameless is left. Yet another very good play from Ducky. Now we just have to see what I have planned for the attack. They only need to take point A and 1/3 of point B to win this map and to win the whole game. Thumping score 3-0. Now we've got the defense forming. Raze takes Roadhog, Arc takes Orisa Silvercross, yet again takes his signature Zenyatta. Major Shadow is 76, Byronimo takes Junkrat. Once is but decides to pick Moira. Meanwhile, Ohioans are on Brigitte in the hands of Tuchnia. DPS Lucio Orisa. Lycans is on Roadhog. Ducky is on Farah, and Bilbai is on Junkrat. I'm positively unsure that Napiu will keep that Symmetra. And my best bet is that Pew is going to switch to Mercy to support Ducky, who is on Farah now. No, my guess was wrong. Napiu takes Moira. And, well, The first fight is brewing up real quick, real soon. Orisa's shield gets taken down, she sets up a new one. Once is getting a lot of damage, it's pretty low. Arc gets killed. Raze heals up from half HP. Bioronimo responds with a kill on the Pew. Silver Cross takes Ducky down. And Bioronimo kills Tochniak. And Bilbai and Lycans respond with kills on Soldier 76 and Zenyatta. While Raze takes down Lycans and Bilbai. And that's good defense from Ohio. Only DPS Lucio is left alive and gets taken down with a good hook and a mop-up from Bioronimo. And Bioronimo might be the first one on this half of the map to use his ultimate. He's only 14% away from his first retire, which is going to be a huge surprise for Nameless. Or wait, I got it messed up. Nameless are defending, and Ohio are attacking, and this is going the way of Ohio this time, with Lycans and DPS Lucio taking down 2 people. Bioronimo with his ult ready, and 11 gets down with his ult ready as well, which as Moira could save lives of his own team, and that's point A for Ohio. Not as fast as Nameless managed to take it, but still considerable time on the clock. 6 minutes and 5 seconds for Ohio to take 1/3 of point B. Let's see what strategies they have in store. Bilbai and Bioronimo, 2 Riptires ready. Ducky is ready with a Rock Barrage. And Bilbai uses the ultimate to deny entrance to Ohio. Unsuccessful in crawling up to their whole team, so has to settle with taking down Arc. Ducky meanwhile takes down Bioronimo, and Tactical Visor going in from Major Shadow, and Ducky gets taken down by Major Shadow, but not before killing Silver Cross, and Bilbai 2 great kills on Major Shadow and the 11s, and that's map 3 for Ohio.
Play of the game. Double.
So that was Overwatch Champions game between Nameless and Ohio on 3-0 in favor of Ohio Onslaught. Brought to you by yours truly, the VK. Signing off.